So do you have any idea what is a GitHub?
GitHub, it's a repository where we store the source code kind of things.
Perfect, perfect. So basically what is happening here is, this is GitHub, this is your local machine. So what you need to do, you are trying to get some code from GitHub to your local machine, okay? This is the arrow. So this is your GitHub, okay? And this is your local machine, okay? So you are trying to get the code from GitHub to your local machine. And what is a command for that is git pull and the URL of your repository, okay?
Okay.
And when you pull the code from GitHub to your local, and when you do some changes as per the project requirement, as per the developer suggested, whatever the changes, sometimes they ask you to change the URL. Sometimes they ask you go to this particular file, this particular number, change the port number, change the URL, whatever it is, the project requirement. Okay. This basically, this GitHub is used by the developers to manage the source code. Okay. Sometimes they'll come to a DevOps admin guy to ask him to do some minor changes. So in that case, what do we do? From your GitHub, we'll pull the code from the main branch, or you can say master, or we can say consider as environment. Let's understand about what is the branches and why we these are there means. Like in your environment, you have development, correct? QA, UAT, pre-prod, and prod. Okay. Now these are all in DevOps point of view, these are all considered as a branches. This is considered as a branches. This is a branch again. Branch 3 you can say. This is a branch 4 you can say. And this is a branch 5. Okay. So these are the multiple branches. So each and every environment is considered as a branch. Now, when you do some changes locally, in which branch you work means you work in a future branch. This is a terminology what you use in DevOps. What do you mean by future branch? Which means I am working in my locally in my machine. After cloning the code, so whatever the code is there, that particular replica will be covered in your local machine, and you will do the changes as per their suggestion. Okay. Now, once you've done the changes, what is the basic commands you use after doing the changes is you need to use git add. Okay. And then git commit -am. Make some, for example, you make some URL changes. Imagine, okay, you can mention as message as URL changes. URL changes. Imagine if you've done some port changes, then you can mention a message as a port changes. And then you have to use git push origin main, because when you try to pull the code, you're pulling it from the main branch. So main in the sense production environment. So again, when you're trying to push back from your local machine to GitHub, what you need to do? You need this arrow. From your local machine, again, you're pushing it back to GitHub. So what you need to understand, how this mechanism, how this GitHub and your machine is connected is, when you are trying to configure a GitHub first time, when you install a Git, okay, you will get as a Git bash. Git bash is equal to our Linux environment. Okay. You are familiar with Linux, right?
Yes.
Git bash is equal to Linux. Normally, if you want to do, you can do the changes in your command prompt also. Command prompt is like your normal Windows. Okay. So now, now you understand what is a GitHub. This is something SCM, source code management, where we manage the code in terms of branches. You have to pull the code locally to your machine and do the changes. Once you're done with the changes, what changes I do? Do I need to remember the code? Do I need to write the code? No. You are not the person who is going to write the code. It's gonna be take a responsibility by the developer. Developer is a person who takes the complete responsibility. Developer expects some changes in the last minute after pushing the code to the development branch. In that case, what they'll ask, hey, by mistake, and I forgot to do these changes. Can you please do it for me and push it? And once you do this, git add, git commit, and git push, it goes into your future branch. Okay. Now, imagine your future branch name is your future one. Now, this code has to go to merge into development branch. How this merging will happen? In between this merging, you need approval, correct? Again, you need an approval. Who will give this approval? Your business analyst or the solution architect? Some person will give the work to developer, correct? That person has to approve it, or you can say it as a solution architect, or if you say one of the senior person in your DevOps team, he's having 100% confidence that this changes is gonna work, and that guy can approve. He can be a senior DevOps person in the team. I mean, in the project, who is having experience more than minimum 3 years in the same project, not from other projects, not from other company. Okay, the same guy has to be in the project because he know in and out whom to contact and how to get the work done. So did you got this overall point? When you try to merge from one branch to another branch, you need a pull request. When you say pull request will be approved by the next level management. So these are the people who are going to approve it. Here you need you call it as pull request. Okay. What is the basically first thing you need to do is create a GitHub account. Okay. And create a repository. Pull the repository to your local. Once you pull the repository, once you pull it to your local, create a future branch so that you can do a changes in your future branch. Once you've done the changes in your future branch, you have to use these 3 commands: add, commit, push. Once your code has been created in your local, then you can push it to GitHub, and from there you can merge it to your development environment. And how your local machine is going to have a connectivity with your GitHub means, when you're creating an account with your GitHub, you use your personal email ID, correct? The same email ID, when you try to push by using a first time, when you use git push, it will ask for authentication. So you need to authenticate. Yeah, this is my account. You need to go to your Gmail and you need to approve it. I have worked with Siraj yesterday, and we did git pull and we did a git push. So everything has been working for him in his machine. Any
Hi,
doubt
Akbar.
so far, Prasad here?
Yes, Akbar. In real time, we give our suppose example. I am belongs to Cognizant, right? If I am
Siraj,
authenticate through.
hold on, Siraj, hold on. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. Wait a minute. Huh? Prasad, do you have any questions so far here?
No, sir, I'm good.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Did you understand the flow from GitHub to your local and from your local to again GitHub? The branches means your environments. You need to create a GitHub account. You need to have a repository. You need to pull it. You need to create a branch. You need to do a changes. You need to push it back. So this is all overall. You need to have a picture in your mind. How you pull it, how you push it. Do you have real authentication? Where is your repository location? Do you have permissions to view the repository or not? Okay. So we are done. Okay, Siraj, now go ahead. Siraj, you can unmute.
Yes, Akbar. In real time, this mail authentication,
Okay.
same like what we done
No,
for
it's
Gmail.
not like you. It's not like the way that you did a practice. Okay, they will give you a permissions.
Okay.
Okay, the person who is having admin privileges, imagine your team lead. Okay, that person need to authenticate. Who is already part of having an admin privileges. That person has to give you the access.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is I've already installed Git in my machine. I'm going to Git bash. So this is my Git bash. So remember, once again, I'm telling Git bash is equal to your Linux environment. Okay. So this is my GitHub part. Okay. So these are the some repos which I have already on my machine. So what I will do, I'll go to repos. I'll try to create a new repository here. Okay, sign in is not done. Okay, now it is signed in. So this is my repository. Now you see the option here, new repository. DevOps, Git, training. Okay, this is my repo name.
So repo means folder.
That's it. Repo
Layman language.
yeah, layman terminology is you can consider as a folder. But
Okay.
here, what is going to happen? There's a multiple folders will be there. Okay. So I'm creating as a public repository because I don't want to create a private. If I create a public, then it is useful for me. But in your real time, in your projects and all, you can see all are as a private repositories because we are practicing, right? So that's it.
In real time, if we select private, right? So whatever I do in my local, it cannot be visible to another developer, right?
If he is a part of a same project, yes, it is visible.
Then what is the option private over there?
Private means private to the project. It means if it is private to your project, I can't see it on a Google, right?
Okay, got it.
You got my point.
If it is public, then anybody can log in and see my
Exactly.
repository.
If they just know the repo name, anyone can clone it. Imagine, I'll show you. This is repository created by me. Okay, this is a public repository. If I give you this repository, where is it?
It's like the people who have access to this repository can see that.
Anyone can pull it. You just need to know the name. That's it. If you type Akbar 335 Azure Akbar repo 1, you can able to get it from your repo also.
I can see the data.
Exactly. You can see the data, everything. Okay.
Okay.
So this is my repo, which is I have created just now. Okay. This is my HTTPS URL. I'm just copying it. Okay. So I'll go to git bash. This repo is completely empty. Okay. So I am in Dell folder. Okay. C:\users Dell. Wherever I am going to clone, in that particular folder, .git folder is going to create. Okay. So I just given the git clone. You need to remember this architecture. You need to have in your mind, and this particular paint is enough for you for overall Git concept. Okay. Now what I did, git clone I did. So am I going to see the .git or not? Where is my .git? This is my folder. After cloning only, I got this, correct? DevOps Git training. See, I got the .git folder. ls-ltr means just to list. ls-a-ltr means show me the hidden files. This is a command. Okay. Now I no need to bother about anything. Okay. So as of now, don't go into the concept of future branch and all. Let's concentrate on how we can pull some changes which is happening in local, how we can do it for a GitHub. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? Why there is a echo coming, Siraj, from your side? Can you go on mute? Yeah. Okay. Any changes you guys want me to do here? I'll create a folder, mkdir DevOps. I'll go to DevOps folder. I'm in DevOps folder. In the DevOps folder, I'll create some file by using touch command. Learning Git. So this empty file got created. In this learning Git, what I will do, my escape I, my students are Siraj and Prasad. Escape. Okay. Now if you can see learning Git, you can in that particular file, you can see the content. So I just did this locally. Okay. I created a folder called DevOps. In that folder, I have a file called learning Git. In this file, I have a content. The content is my students are Siraj and Prasad. Now, whatever I did in my local, I don't have basically in my Git. It's just an empty repo. DevOps Git training is an empty repo. I don't have none of the folders here. Anything. Everything is there in my local. So if I see Git status, no commits yet, untracked files, Git add. Okay. So I have to give Git add. In the working for, okay. Now here I have to give Git status. Okay. I have created a folder, right? So in this folder, I have to give the Git status. Now I have to give Git add, Git commit, -am. So what I have to do? Added folder. What is that folder name? DevOps. And file. What is my file name? What is my file name, guys? Learning Git. So why I am giving this statement? Because so that I can remember what is my activity, what is the folder I created, what is the file I created. I'm just giving this in a inverted commas. Git commit -am within the inverted commas. I've given everything. See here, one file change, insertion, create mode, DevOps, learning Git. Okay. Now, once I give Git push origin, ORIGIN, origin. What is my origin here? What is the branch? So can someone tell me where I can see the branch?
Gets training. No,
Sorry?
DevOps is it training?
No, branch will be like a main or master. If you see here, before, okay, 1 minute. before giving this git branch. See, you're in a main branch. Git branch means main branch. So git push ORAGIN main. So whatever the changes that I did in my local, everything has gone to Git. See this folder, which earlier this folder was not there. It's empty. Now I got the folder. Oh, I got the file. Within the file, I got a content called my students are Siraj and Prasad. So this entire content where it is happening in the main branch. Okay. So what we did as per our diagram, from my local, I push it. Initially what I did from GitHub by using git pull, I got the empty repository. I created a folder called DevOps. I created a file. I created a content in that file and I push from my local to GitHub. So everything works. Now imagine again if you have to do some changes over here. Okay. So where is a new? Okay.
No, edit. Akbar, can you edit the content and then you can.
Okay, you want me to edit here?
That is very simple, right?
Mm.
No, right side we have
Yeah, okay.
pen button here.
So your planning is to complete DevOps course, which includes Jenkins, Terraform, Ansible, AWS, Git, Docker, K8. So imagine this is a sentence as per our requirement. Once you do any changes to the particular file in GitHub, what you need to do? Commit the changes. When you do a commit directly to a main branch or create a new branch. Imagine if you decided to create a new branch rather than creating a main branch, rather than doing the changes in your main branch. Now see, it are trying to create a proposed branch is this. Now if you say this is a, if we, what is our repository name? DevOps Git training, TRAINING training future 1. I'm just trying to create a name. Okay, if you want, we can see directly commit in a main. How you want me to proceed? Let's see directly first in the main, or we create a branch in future and then we'll try to merge it. Which way you want?
Create new.
Okay, create a new branch. Okay, so propose changes. Now you see this is the main branch. Now this is our future branch. Now what it is asking, update learning.git, create a pull request. Now if I try to create a pull request, what it will say, check for ability to branch. Where is it gone? Okay. Required approval for a specific reviewer before merging. It means in real time, you will add the next level people. You won't merge it on your own. Okay. Can you see that? Required approval. If you say add rule, okay, then you can say rule set. You can add the people whose list you want to be added. You can add restrictions, requires to deploy. You can there's many conditions over there. Okay. Now, as of now, we are not going to do anything. So what I will say, merge request. When I say confirm merge, let me show you what will happen. See, you see this plus symbol? Hello, guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
When you see plus symbol, it means I added this empty line. Plus symbol means I added this line also to my existing file. Earlier in a file, before a pull request, there is only one line, which is my students are Siraj and Prasad. Now, as per this pull request, there is some additional changes are going to do, which is plus, which means if I add something, it will show as a plus symbol. If I try to remove something from the existing file, it will show you minus symbol. Okay, you got the point? Now I say review the changes. Now I will say submit. You need to leave a comment indicating request changes. Review changes.
Gives some.
Approved. Okay, just example, anything. Okay, anything I can give. Finish your review, approve. Now, once I say approve, what will happen? Okay, once it says approve, merge pull request, confirm merge. Now, what will happen? Earlier, you have the changes in Akbar 335 DevOps Git training feature 1. Now, all these changes has gone into main. From this particular branch, it has gone to this particular branch. Now, you see, if you want to track, you can track based on the merge request. You see, file changes. Now, this is a commit. When I committed, what is the commit I did? Authorized 3 minutes ago, authorized now. See, file changes. These are the changes. Let me go back to my repo. Now I see how many branches I have. Totally 2. One is main. One is this is my future branch. In my future branch, my future branch is this. This is the folder. If I go to DevOps, I can see Git. In the same way, if I go to main branch also, again I see the same because I have merged it from future to main, correct? Imagine these two are a separate folders and we are trying to, whatever the changes that I did here, the same thing gonna merge here, okay? Now I have shown you by adding, right? Let me try to remove and show you again what will happen to the branch, okay? Can I delete something here?
Yeah, you can delete point number 2.
What I will do, I'll delete the empty line, that's it. Commit directly to, no, I don't want to commit directly. Okay, I want to commit directly to this branch only. Okay. Now, if you see, I'm going to my future branch. In my future branch, if I open this folder, if I open this, see that space is gone because I've directly committed in the future branch only. But whereas if you see in your main branch is having that space is there because I have not merged, correct? I have not merged the future with the main. I have to merge, then only these local changes will go to the main. I mean, one branch to another. You getting my point? Any doubts here? Confusing?
After doing this,
See, we did a commit in only future branch. We didn't do anything in a main branch. In a future branch, I have removed the space, whereas in my main branch, I have not done anything. That's why additional space is there. Now, if you say, I have to merge my future branch into the, this future branch has to merge into the main so that I can remove the space, then what you need to do? You need to create a pull request again. Go to your pull request, create a new pull request. From where to where you want to merge? From this is a source, and main is, this is your main branch. Correct? What is your source? See this arrow, how it is going. Compare and able to match. Now you can say, now you can see this minus space. Correct? In my future branch, I have removed the space. That's why it is showing minus symbol. Earlier, you remember, guys, it was showing a plus symbol because I've added a space and added this line. Got it? Now, when I create a pull request, what changes I did is I REMO, removing the space. Create a pull request. Now, checking the ability for match, merge pull request, merge. Okay. So now the merging has happened successfully. Commits. Now the file got changed. We'll see whether the these are the changes that has happened to our Git. Now go to my branch, go to my repo, and go to my main branch. Now, as the merges happened successfully, what is the output we can see in the file? That space have been removed. Correct? See, the space got removed. Prasadana, any doubt so far?
No, sir. Good.
So what you basically trying to do in Unix terminology is your subfolder to main folder you are merging. So the Git concept carries merging mechanism with the help of pull request. Why they need pull request means pull request will give you very clear information which developer has done the which changes. See, when I'm clicking on pull request, it is saying two closed, which means there are two pull request has been happened. It means 2 times the master branch has been updated. What is the first change? One is happened at 6 minutes ago, one is happened at 1 minute ago. Let me see this 1 minute ago what we have done. 1 minute ago we removed what? File, go to file changes. 1 minute ago we remove the space. Now are we clear on this? They'll ask what is the commit number? Okay, give me the pull request number. I want to see what is the commit you have done. Based on a commit, they can see the file changes here. Now you're understanding each and everything get a track with the help of, if you don't have a pull request, this tracking is not possible because we have n number of developers, n number of changes will happen. We cannot accept all the changes at a time. So that's the reason we go with a pull request. Now, if I go for a pull request, 2 are close. We have already verified this, why this commit has happened. They removed them. Now I want to see, imagine I don't know what changes has happened with respect to this particular commit. I'll click here. Then I'll see what is this commit is going to do. Then what I will do, I will see this file changes. I'll see I've added a space and I've added a planning to complete. So empty space was added and then planning to complete. This is just when you add something, it is a plus symbol. When you remove something, it is what? Minus symbol. That's it. Any doubts so far?
Nice, sir. Good.
Okay, very good. Now we have seen something how to create a branch in the browser. I mean in the GitHub, but you have not seen how to create a branch locally. Correct? When you see branch, here I have not, whatever the branches that I have created, that is there in my GitHub, but this particular branches is not there in my local. Am I right?
Yes. We need to pull it
So
again.
again pull it. That's perfect. That's a good catch. That's a good catch. That where the experience come into the picture. Now again, what I need to do, that's a beauty. Again, I have to go to this URL. Okay. So where I need to copy, I need to remember one thing. So I already have this DevOps folder. I don't want to disturb the existing one. So what I will do, I'll remove this old one. Okay, let me remove this old one temporarily because I don't want any kind of confusion. Git clone. When I do this particular cloning, what is my expectation? I want my future branch. I want my master branch. So with the help of this new, oh, sorry, my bad. Git clone particular URL. Once I did it, it's a cloning. What after this cloning, what my expectation is, if I see these branches, main branch, and I can see future one branch. So I need both the branches. Git clone is happened. Then what did I do? Git branch. Okay, I have to go to that particular folder. Okay, DevOps Git training. This particular folder. Git branch. How many minutes we have? 2 minutes we have. Give me a quick minute. Let me create another session for you guys. 8:45 p.m. Once this is done, this session ends, we can continue in this particular session, okay? Or let me end this session and we'll continue. Why unnecessary, okay? Because it's less than a minute now. I'm stopping this, okay?
Okay.
You guys can join the new session.
Right.
Okay, bye.